Gate set in a teasy.
You know who it is. One Man Back when One Man Reacts. I got Skip Bayless, man, disrespecting NFL players, man. Just like he did Shannon Sharpe the other day. I know everybody see it's going around all on the internet how Skip Bayless from the show Undisputed on Fox Sports One, disrespected his co-host Shannon Sharpe on Undisputed on Fox Sports One, FS1. I should have just said that. But I'm gonna tell you before I get into that, right? Before I show him disrespecting other players, shout out to Around the Association because this came straight from the channel. Let me say how Undisputed used to be my favorite sports show on TV. I would barely miss a minute of it. I mean, I used to inject it in my veins. Like, I'm a sports fan. Y'all don't really know me, but I'm a super sports fan from basketball, football, hockey. I'm not really a baseball fan. From back in the day, I was like the Sammy Sosa days, Mark McGwire, Barry Bonds days. Those days, I was a baseball fan. I'm just not anymore. I could watch a little soccer, MMA, from Bellator, UFC. I'm a pro wrestling fan. You gonna say wrestling ain't a sport, but they athletic and stuff like that. Everything. But this was my favorite Olympics. Everything in the Olympics. This was my favorite show. I would not miss an episode. Now, I barely watch, man. And when I say barely, every week now I might watch a segment. Like, sometimes I just want to see what they start off with. They always, Skip Bayless, and you can tell Skip Bayless controls the show. They always talking about the Cowboys. Even Cowboys fans don't want to hear that. He talk about them so much. He'll do like, let's say they do 8 topics a day. 5 of them will be on the Cowboys, no lie. And if, let's say he did 4 topics on the Cowboys, he'll slide in something about the Cowboys on another topic. So it'll still be like talking about them. And then if it's just basketball season, man, they're going to just talk about the Lakers. I'm the biggest LeBron fan ever. I don't want to hear LeBron every single day. And look at all the other teams. You talking about one of the worst teams every day, but not the best teams. People don't even know what the best teams are if they just got to go off the show. But anyways, I'm going to get right into it, man, because the way he be disrespecting people is crazy, man. Let's go.
Finally, we are joined by Terrell Suggs. Okay, big man, what was
Terrell
your excuse
Suggs.
for being late?
I didn't get this little debate between you and I was only rumored on my end. I never got the time.
So you just didn't get the message. That's your excuse.
I'm here now.
You are. Well,
I watched you yesterday. I watched you yesterday with your battling, with your battling and all of that. Yeah.
So, I must say, I watched you on Sunday against the Texans, except I never saw you in the game. Were you hurt? Did you miss the game? Were you late for that too?
You got jokes again. I see. That's pretty cute. That's real cute. Yeah, we didn't sack him, but we won the game.
You did.
How many times did the Houston Texans sack our quarterback?
Well, that's not the point because you play defensive end.
How many turnovers did we get?
Okay, Ed Reed
a
played
few of those
terrific game.
interceptions. A few of those interceptions, a certain someone was in his face while he was throwing it.
Oh,
But
so you
I guess that don't
pressured
matter
T.J.
with you.
Yates. So he dropped back. A
We
rookie.
got 40. I will take 4 interceptions over 4 sacks any day. We
Okay,
got the W.
but all I know for sure
Point blank,
is
we got the W.
a rookie quarterback for the Houston Texans, T.J. Yates,
How many
dropped back
touchdowns did he
35 times, and you didn't
How many
sack
times
him
did he
one
complete
time?
So it was kind of planned. While you got a little
This
serious,
Jamal Adams.
you like to say a lot of negative things about a lot of people, a lot of players, but 90% of the time you're wrong. Let's get that. Let's get that.
96% of the
wrong
time.
on your part, but go ahead.
That's your opinion. Didn't see is when I tackled him, he got up and he chased me down and tackled me as well. But you don't want to talk about that one, man. You want to keep the negative light on me.
Well, I read, I think you even tweeted he had to go to the hospital, so I don't know what shape he was in to chase and knock you down, right?
But how do you know he went to the hospital? There's a lot of people that said he went to the hospital. There's a lot of people that said he didn't.
Okay,
So,
well, I don't know for sure. I read it. Didn't
maybe-
you tweet it? Didn't you? I thought I read that in your tweet.
No, I didn't tweet it. I didn't tweet it, man. I don't know if he went to the hospital. Obviously, that wasn't the goal to put him in the hospital. Maybe he got hurt while he was chasing me and tackled me. That's maybe where he got the sore jaw and the sore back.
Well,
hopefully, you continue, to stay positive about, myself.
okay. Well, I'm open for business, but next year maybe you need to go about beating the Patriots on the field. That would be
Man, leave people alone.
I'm just saying that's the next order of business.
That's definitely
here,
the plan,
right?
but yeah, that's definitely the plan, man. Yeah, but I wanted to make sure, you understood. If you was in the uniform, I definitely would have hit you a little bit harder.
Okay.
So anytime you want to do that, we can get. There's a lot
All
of
right.
space and opportunity out there. You and I can go.
Okay, we'll do that.
Let's do that.
And you know what we'll do after that?
We'll set it up.
Then
We'll set it up in
on
Vegas.
We'll put on our tank chops and our shorts, and we'll go run after that, and we'll go as far as you want to run. 8 miles, 10 miles for
Let's
one
do
of
it.
your weekly checks. We'll bet that. How about that? You want to do that?
Okay.
This is the thing, though. You're giving Tebow too much credit
Chris Corner.
as a competitor, though. Like, he's no more a competitor than me or anyone else in the like don't put too much yeast on that.
Inspire the whole football team.
No, you can't. No, you're wrong on that. He's not inspiring the whole football.
No, you're wrong on that. You're wrong. You're dead wrong on that one.
Well, I've been on the NFL field before. You never
I
have.
don't care. I know what I'm talking about.
I don't care.
Okay? Okay, did you lift the football team to a lot of wins? I don't know.
I
Did you inspire?
I lifted my teammates, but I didn't make them make plays. When that defensive lineman or linebacker hit him and he fumbled, so don't get carried away with
But a
that.
lot of teammates say if they think he's divinely there's a divine force of nature here, then maybe it's happening. Maybe they believe
So
that.
in the fourth quarter, what do you think Tim Tebow went to his teammates and said?
Okay, they saw it go 18 for 24 for 191 yards. That's
That
what I'm
wasn't his
talking about.
question. I asked you.
Okay, but I'm saying they see
You
him
said
play.
he's leading these guys.
Making plays
Is he
like
saying anything? Is he
He's
saying
making
anything?
plays. No, he doesn't say anything.
So he's just leading silently.
Yeah, but he's totally cool and calm. They see the body
So for
language.
me, so me being on the NFL field and playing and being a starter and a premier player
And worthy of the Hall of Fame, by the way. But
and a Christian and a leader, my experience don't matter.
Okay,
You cover it,
I've been covering a lot longer than you've been playing it.
and I give you credit for that.
Okay? Yeah, but you can't. Wait, this
I give you credit for that.
Okay. Well, I just think I'm right about it. I don't get discredit.
But you don't know.
You don't know. What have I always told you? Some of the worst
Skip Bayless
judges of
crazy.
personnel are the best players. Michael Jordan's the worst GM in the history.
So now
We also debate the fact that as reporters, when our objectivity is skewed for whatever reason, that might
So a reporter can't
so
be
he's
wrong.
a player.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
How many times were you wrong, Chris Carter? How many times? 7 times.
I know I went to 8 Pro Bowls and played 16 years.
Yeah, and how many
in the NFL.
rings do you have?
I ain't got none. You got the same amount as you.
Why do you think you didn't
How
get
many
into
rings you have?
the Hall of Fame?
Well, I think number one, the guy to my right, I think he has a big part in really a lot of negative criticism of me, and I really have attacked my character in a sense. I think for me, the Hall of Fame numbers, I think they speak for themselves.
Indeed.
I think the process is flawed.
Person from his Indy days to get in ahead of you. Bill Polian said that the Hall of Fame ought to be for people who made their teams better. I believe, Terrell, that you helped ultimately make all 3 of those teams a little worse by internally tearing them apart. Yeah, I'm going to make my case. We can go team by team if you want to.
Absolutely.
All right?
Where do we start?
Okay, well, so to me, I've always said this about you. As high IQ a player as I was ever around, but you have an alter ego. You had one called T.O., and I believe that you fell prey to your alter ego, or just your ego, T.O., and that you and Chad both were more me players than we players.
Out of that, there was a situation where we all get fined for being late, whatever the case may be. I don't drink. I come to practice hard. I play hard. There's a situation where if you get fined, then you either take the fine or he gives us an option to buy the team lunch. There's this particular situation. I was late. He didn't ask me why, what happened. Anything could have happened.
Still Mariucci we're talking about.
Right, Mariucci.
Yeah.
He wasn't concerned about my well-being, but Jeff Garcia had come in late. There's a number of things. He gave him an option. He gave other players options.
That's fair.
So I came in late. He didn't give me that option. He just maxed me with the fine. I went upstairs and I'm like, I'm not paying this fine. The only way that I got out of that fine, because I knew it was unfair, I went to Bill Walsh and explained to him exactly what happened. Bill Walsh knew that was unfair. I didn't have to pay the fine.
And Bill Walsh was always a big supporter of yours.
Absolutely. He knew that it was unfair.
Took a shot at Jeff.
And guess what? I did, and I've apologized to Jeff for that.
Okay.
So again, with that.
But there we go again. Okay, and then you showed up, Greg Knapp, on the sideline in Minneapolis and Minnesota.
And did not Tom Brady do that to his offensive coach?
But I thought...
Why is it different?
I thought you were taking the focus off the fact that Randy Moss was showing you up on the field that day.
So why is it different when I did it?
Because
Tom Brady has done it.
There were so many of these incidents.
What difference does it make? It's an emotional game.
Okay.
He's done it to some of his own players. So that makes him better than me? That makes his passion a little bit more than mine?
Listen, man, and I'm going to be honest. I cut that short, and I had other players that I could have posted video where Skip Bayless was being very disrespectful.
We'll stop it right there, but you see it. We all see it. Skip Bayless act like he played that game. He didn't even play in high school, college, let alone the NFL. I knew something like this would happen sooner or later anyway with him and Shannon. It's just the way he be like, the Hall of Famer, Shannon Sharpe. You're in the Hall of Fame, I'm not. But he said like in a way like he's kind of putting him down like, you're in the Hall of Fame and you don't know this? That's the type of vibe it gets. And nobody can tell me anything about the show because I've been watching it since they first got together. First of all, I've been watching Skip Bayless since he was at Cold Pizza. And then they changed that to like First and 10. Then they changed that to First Take. Then he left ESPN and went to Fox. And now it's Undisputed. So I've been watching him the whole time. I used to fuck with him, man. That was my guy, but I don't know what he been on like the last 3-4 years, man. I don't know what he been on. I follow him on Twitter, right? Just to see the stuff that he's going to talk about on Undisputed, because I don't watch Undisputed. But I follow him to see how much he's going to... One time, this happens all the time, but like one time, probably like last week, 2 weeks ago, he had like 8 tweets, right? 5 of those was about LeBron. I'm talking about like 8 tweets in a row, but 5 of those tweets was about LeBron. Come on, man. LeBron's wife don't think about LeBron that much. LeBron's kids don't think about LeBron that much. And the Cowboys, I don't know what else to say, man. Like and subscribe, leave a comment, man. What you think about Skip Bayless, man? He always disrespecting players. Let me say this before I go. He needs Shannon Sharpe. Because if you notice, they don't get guests on the show. The only people that will come on the show is like rappers or something like that. They might get Snoop. They might get 2 Chainz. They can get Lil Wayne because Skip Bayless swear that's his best friend. But you notice no sports figures come on the show, ever. Then when Skip Bayless does his own podcast, his little Skip Bayless show, I don't know if it's on YouTube. I know I've been seeing it on Twitter. He never has guests, and he always talking about having a guest up there. But Shannon Sharpe does his club, Shay Shay. He has a guest every episode. So people fuck with Shannon Sharpe. People just don't fuck with Skip Bayless. That's why they won't come on the show, man. Anyways. Whoa.
Gate set in a teasy.